Good morning everybody, welcome back. We're on to day 5. We're working through this very briskly. I hope you've enjoyed the past videos that I've issued so far. So let me just introduce what today's all about. We're looking at the transition from the top of the backswing, delivering the club down to approximately waist height. So let me start just by giving you a few examples of the incorrect transition from the top of swing. I'm going to stay face on to you, and if I complete my backswing. So normally we should really be driving with the lower half. So those players that generally suffer from slices coming over the top, it could be that the initial start point is because we're not, laterally moving. We're just using the hands and the arms with very little weight shift going forwards. So I'm hanging back into my right side. Now, if I was to show you that movement from the down the line position, we can swing up here. Now, normally I would start to move into my left side, so I'm shifting forwards. That's going to allow my arms to drop. Now, these players that get a little bit sort of off the back foot, the club's working too far forwards, to the club in front of the hands, I'm going to end up cutting across the ball, and generally that's going to shape the ball from left to right if I've got an open club face to that path. So a question that I get commonly asked is, how do I start the down swing? Which body part moves at what time? So we have to try and sort of sink in all these movements, which is not easy to do, and therefore it requires a little bit of practice. Let's find out how. So once we've completed our back swing, we need to move dynamically. So first thing is to thrust the left side, the left knee and hip forwards. Okay, so I'm moving a lateral position. In turn, what that would do is it would allow my hands and arms to drop down towards my body. So when I shift forwards, the arms are pulling down into what we call a delivery position just here. So we're up to the top, shifting, clearing. And that would be a good downward transition to a delivery point, which is roughly at hip height during that downswing. So a drill that I like to use is basically when the club's attached to the back wall here. So you can just stand with your back against the wall, take a pace forwards, get your set up, swing back and allow the club just to connect with that back wall. And what we're going to do, we're going to allow the club just to slide down that back wall. Okay, now we also want to initiate some movement going forward, so we don't just pull it down with the hands and arms. We also have this movement look with my hips. You can see that I'm working to my left side, so I'm moving forwards and clearing, bringing the club into a position here where the club head is in line with my hands and my right elbow here is pretty much attached to the right side of my body. So that's what we're looking for this drill. Another way you can check just to try and ingrain this transitional period is use something like a stick, or even if you put some tape up against a mirror if you have that to look at, and it's just to see where your hand and arm path is going. So I'm just going to set myself up, and when I make my backswing here, what I'm going to try and do is just get my hands in line with the yellow stick, okay? So my hands are there. Now, if we're coming forwards, we can see quite clearly that I'm moving in the incorrect direction, okay? And actually this would be under too much. So from here, we're just looking to try and sort of get the butt end of that club, which is in line with that yellow stick, just to work slightly this direction. Okay, so we can see that it's working down, it's not being pulled forwards in front of the body and not too far behind. Just a little movement here, look. You can see I'm just changing my direction. So my right shoulder's going to move a little bit back, my elbow's going to come back, and that's going to give me again the correct checkpoint with the club in line with the hands. So guys, that completes day number 5. Thank you for watching. Tomorrow, day 6, we're going to actually build on this area, so pulling down into our delivery position from hip height into impact, hitting through impact again to hip height on the forward swing. So I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching and take care.